What if you could steal back history? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover a video game that's turning museum heists into a global movement for justice. And you'll meet the South African creators who are giving millions of Africans a chance to reclaim what was stolen. For centuries, Western museums have held treasures looted from Africa. But a new game called Relooted is flipping the script. You don't just look at stolen artifacts, you take them back. Meet Nomali. She's a South African sports scientist and parkour expert. And in this game, she's your avatar for justice. Her mission? To retrieve 70 real objects taken by colonial armies. This isn't fantasy. These are actual artifacts, like the Asante gold mask. It was taken by the British Army when they destroyed the Asante Empire's capital, Kumasi. Today, it sits in the Wallace Collection in London. Another target. The skull of Tanzanian King Mangi Meli, executed in 1900 and taken to Germany. But here's the shocking truth that makes this game so urgent. A 2018 report estimated that more than 90% of Africa's material cultural heritage is held outside the continent. That's not a collection. That's a crime scene. And Relooted is turning players into investigators. The game was created by a team from more than 10 African countries. The narrative director, Mohel Mashigo, created an African futurist vision for the end of the 21st century. She hired voice actors from the countries of each character in your heist crew. This is about authentic sound, authentic stories. But here's the twist. The game's creator, Ben Myers, got the idea from his own mother. She visited the British Museum and saw the Nereid monument, a Lycian tomb from Turkey. She was outraged. She said, "You should make a game about taking this back to where it belongs." And that flippant comment sparked a revolution. Now, players leap through digital museums, solving puzzles to pull off the ultimate heist. Not for money, for memory, for dignity. The game features real artifacts like the Ngaji drum, currently in the British Museum, and Benin bronzes. Some institutions, like Berlin's Ethnologisches Museum, have started returning bronzes to Nigeria. But others, like the British Museum, have resisted. Relooted asks a powerful question. What if waiting for diplomacy takes too long? What if the people, through play, could force the conversation? Myers says real-life repatriation is enormously complicated and has been ongoing for decades, even a century or more. We're giving people this hopeful, utopian feeling of what it's going to feel like when all these artifacts finally come home. That feeling is hope. It's catharsis. It's power. For 9 minutes of gameplay, you're not just a player. You're a restorer of history. This is bigger than entertainment. It's a digital protest. A training ground for cultural awareness. Every successful heist in the game is a statement, a demand, a reclamation. The implications are massive. This game is launching into a world where the debate over stolen artifacts is hotter than ever. Some say these objects are safer in Western museums. Others say that argument is just another form of colonial control. Relooted doesn't just present the controversy, it lets you live it. You decide, you act, you reclaim. But here's the part that will blow your mind. This game, made in South Africa for Windows and Xbox, could do more for public awareness than decades of academic papers. It makes the abstract painfully personal. It turns history into an action movie where you're the hero. So, do you think cultural reclamation should be a quiet diplomatic process or a loud, public demand? Can a video game really change how the world sees justice? Drop your take in the comments. And subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more stories where technology meets truth.